Now in the past, I've always done comparisons between the bigger cameras out there that cost thousands, such as the A7 II and my A6400. Now today we're going to be doing a more convenient comparison between this point and shoot RX100 V and this new mobile phone that I've got over here. Now as you guys know, my older mobile phone, which is my S7H, has been used and almost torn to bits. I've been using this S7H for a long period of time and now it's old and it constantly shuts down for no reason. That's why I recently purchased this S10 Plus. So if you're interested in this phone, here is a quick unboxing on what comes along with it. So my phone is finally here, a brand new phone. Instead of my lousy old one, I have the Samsung S10 Plus here. So let's open up the seals and see what we get on the inside. Right, so here we have the new phone. So now let's take my old one for comparison. So this is the new one, whereas this is the old one. So obviously you can see that there's a huge difference in the screen size. Okay, let's put this aside. So here you get the basic charger. This is a USB charger. And they give you a free headset from AKG. So far I'm quite impressed with AKG. So far their inbuilt audio has been quite good. So I'm really glad that they gave this headset, though I wish it was a wireless one. But oh well. So and then here we have the toggle, or this adapter, which you can use for putting USB items in it. Okay. Then we have this SIM card opener along with the basic instructions manual. Quick start guide. So basically this is the unboxing and this is what you get with it. Now let's take a closer look between the physical comparisons between these two devices. With the two side by side, you can see that the S10 Plus is significantly longer and wider. But when we turn to the sides in comparison of thickness, you can see that the RX100V is definitely thicker. In terms of weight, this S10 Plus comes in at about 175 grams, while this comes in at nearly 300 grams. Which definitely can feel a lot heavier if you're planning to put this in your pockets comparing with just your mobile phone. So now to the most important aspect of this comparison, how do they fare in terms of image and video quality? Before we continue, I need to let you guys know that the camera used for the comparison on my S10 Plus is the mid-range camera and the settings are in auto. Both of the cameras are also handheld, so the photos might slightly vary in terms of angle and perspective, so just take note of that. Here is the photo taken by my RX100 V. Now here is the photo taken by my S10 Plus. When we put them side by side, you can see that the colors on the S10 is more saturated than the one on the RX100. As we zoom in, you will also notice that the S10 Plus loses a bit of the bokeh and has a lot more artificial sharpening. Now let's take a look at both of them in video mode. Here is the video on the RX100. Now here is the video of the S10 Plus. When we put them side by side, you can notice that the S10 Plus focus better and out of the camera, the colors look nicer, but the details are a bit more flat on the RX100 V. Now let's take a look at another set of photos as I include myself in to see how it fares in terms of skin tones. Here's the one taken from the RX100 V, and here's the one taken by the S10 Plus. When we put them side by side, you can see that the same issues seen in the first set, but this time you can also notice that the RX100 V retains more details in the shadows compared with the smartphone in both the trees and in areas of my skin. Now let's bring out my figurines and see how they fare in poor lighting conditions. You can see that the photo in the RX100 V does a bit better in terms of focusing, which keeps the areas of my figurine's head in focus, comparing with the other which the head is not on focus but the other things that are in the background. Now let's take a look at another set of photos which really emphasizes my points as the back of the figurine is focused on the S10 Plus instead of the head. Now let's do a low light vlogging comparison of these two cameras and also see the quality of the mic as well as the quality of the details in the dark. So here's a test of the inbuilt mic along with the low light capability of this Samsung S10 Plus. As you can see, it's actually doing quite well. So let's switch on to our RX100V to see how well it does in low light and in terms of highlights and shadows. So now we are shooting the RX100V and you can hear the inbuilt mic along with the low light capabilities of this little point and shoot camera. I do feel that maybe the S10 Plus have a slight advantage in terms of low light due to the software corrections of it. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Now it's getting dark, let's see how well it does in terms of low light as I take pictures of my little town in the night. Here's the photo taken by my RX100V, and here's the one taken by my S10 Plus. Side by side, there isn't anything new which I didn't point out yet in terms of saturation, details, and highlight differences. Let's check out some videos taken in the night. Here is the footage from the RX100V, and here's the footage from the S10 Plus. So even when I put the videos side by side, you can see the same issues all over again. As for the footages and images coming from the S10 Plus, I would say that it's still very good compared with other smartphones out there, and unless you are a professional photographer, you will not be able to tell that much of a difference between the footages and images if I did not point them out in this way. So as you can see from the comparisons, there's still a slight edge for having this little point and shoot comparing with the mobile in terms of image and video quality. Now, is it enough for you to render bringing this out then this out? That is definitely something for you to decide. Now, but one add-on point is that having this, you have a flip-up screen, which you'll definitely be able to access all these selfie photos or videos comparing with just having your mobile phone, which most of the cameras out there have a limited megapixel in the front-facing camera. Now, in terms of pricing, this both also comes in very closely at about 800 to 900 USD, depending on where you buy it from. So for the first time, I would say that there's no clear winner. Both of them are important in the areas which they are made for. I will definitely still be using my RX100 for unboxing and B-roll videos, while I'll be using my mobile phone for personal use and just a quick taking out and snapping of videos or photos. I hope you guys like this comparison. Do give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and do ring the bell notification if you like to be notified for my next upload. If you guys like videos such as this covering photography tips, you will definitely enjoy my playlist which I have right here. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video.